Guten Abend, mes amis. Wie geht's? C'est moi, Dieter. Ich bin Dieter. So yeah, my friend, well, I haven't met him yet, but I call him an internet friend. I will probably meet him next month if they let me cross the border into New York and then Pennsylvania. Scrambler dude. Sent me some photos. Now they're just off my iPhone. What I try and do, and I have to find, I rebooted my system, so I have to try and find my iPad so that I can transfer it so I get a larger thing. But when I do a drawing, and I'm going to do some of these drawings for Scrambler Dude because I'm in a phase right now where I'm doing some dogs for some friends. And I have to do Coco, so I'm in a drawing kind of frame of mind. You always do some what I call warm-up sketches. So this is my initial sketch. And I think it's quite good. Sometimes they don't turn out quite good. And the problem with doing portraiture, or this is a beloved pet, right, that's passed. So, you know, the people that have that pet, and this is why portraiture can be difficult, they remember it a certain way. And as your job as an artist, if you're a portrait artist, is to capture at least some of that essence that the owners of the animal can see. If you don't, you haven't done your job properly, right? So I think this is pretty good. Now I don't know Lily, so there you go. So I'll show that to Scrambler Dude, and we'll see what he thinks. So we have this thing when you draw, like I should show you my phone side by side, but I'm using the phone to do this. But you set the phone aside, and what an artist does, you scan and compare. So when you put down a line, you refer back to the photograph. But most artists, the mistake they make, and why a lot of them who think that they're pretty good suck, is they spend too much time looking at the drawing and not looking at the subject. Now when I draw, I can't prove it to you, but I could prove it to you in person. I can actually do a half-decent drawing without even looking at the paper behind my back. And when I was teaching at Sheridan, some of my students thought this was bullshit, so I proved it to them. I said, all right, one of you come up here, pose, and I'll stick the page behind my back, and I'll do a drawing that will resemble you. And they all went, oh shit. When you draw a lot, yeah, you can do that. That wasn't perfect, but you could tell who it was of. And I didn't look once at the piece of paper. So I think it's a good first impression of Lily, in my opinion, for a rough sketch. And we'll see what Scrambler Dude thinks. Because after all, he's the one that had that dog, right? So I'm sure he'll let me know. He seems a straight shooter like Dieter. I'm sure he'll let me know if it resembles Lily. So scan and compare when you draw, and don't be lazy about it, you know. That's a working sketch, and before I decide on what I'll do, he sent me some nice ones with her suckling some pups, which I think is good. And so I'll do probably, I don't know, I might do 7 or 8 sketches before I decide on one, and maybe I'll do a watercolor. And I like Doberman, so I might keep some of these sketches and some of the work I do for myself as well, because I want to do a series on dogs. Of course he'll get some, and I'll just make some prints if he likes the work, right? Can't just assume someone's going to like your work. They actually have to like it. So Wiedersehen, happy drawing, happy plucking. So remember to scan and compare, and Scrambler Dude will let me know, is this a picture of Lily or not? That's a song too, I think. Guten Tag.